good day, student. Today we will continue with the chapter metals and non-metals, and we'll discuss or we'll study about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So starting with the chemical properties of metals, and first we are observing the reaction of metals with oxygens. So metal combine with oxygen to form a metal oxide, which are basic in nature. Metal oxide which form during the reaction is basic in nature and turns red litmus blue. So sodium and potassium metals, which are very reactive in nature and react vigorously with the oxygen and even catches fire when exposed to the air. And form sodium combined with oxygen to form sodium oxide, and potassium combined with oxygen to form potassium oxide. But this reaction is very vigorous, so that's why sodium and potassium metals are kept under kerosene oil to prevent the reaction of these metals with the atmospheric oxygen, carbon dioxide and moisture. There is another element, lithium, which is also very reactive and is kept under the kerosene oil. Now, the other metals which combine with oxygen, the strength of the reaction depends upon the reactivity of that metal. So, here, magnesium combined with oxygen on heating to form magnesium oxide, and similarly the other metal oxygen on strong heating. So iron can react with oxygen to produce magnetite, iron second and third oxide, and copper reacts with oxygen on prolonged heating produce copper like substance, copper oxide. These the solubility of these oxide produce it varies, because potassium and sodium, like sodium oxide is soluble in water, potassium oxide is also soluble in water. Magnesium oxide produced is partially soluble in water. So this way solubility of oxide with water varies. Now we come to the aluminum metal, which combine with oxygen to form aluminum oxide. The aluminum oxide, because most of the oxides which are produced are basic in nature, but some oxides are amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means they show acidic as well as the basic behavior in the reaction. Like here you can see here, aluminum oxide produced here is aluminum oxide and zinc oxide. They are amphoteric oxide. Aluminum oxide combined with hydrochloric acid and produce aluminum chloride plus water, because here it is aluminum oxide is reacting with acid, so behaving here in this reaction it is behaving as a basic in nature. But in the second reaction, aluminum oxide is reacting with the sodium hydroxide to produce a sodium aluminate plus water, salt and water. And means here aluminum oxide is producing that salt by combining with base. So here aluminum oxide is acting as a acidic in nature. Similarly, the zinc oxide reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce zinc chloride, and zinc oxide reacts with sodium hydroxide to produce sodium zincate. So this way, these two, aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, are amphoteric oxides because they show acidic as well as basic character in the reaction. Moving to the next. So now we combine the next reaction is the reaction with the water, reaction of metals with water. Metals react with water to produce metal hydroxide or metal oxide plus hydrogen plus heat, depending upon whether because metal combined with cold and hot water to produce metal hydroxide, metal combined with steam to produce metal oxide. So here you can see the potassium and sodium, which combine with cold water to produce potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas is also produced here. plus heat. Lot of heat is produced when potassium and sodium, which are very reactive element, react with water, and even the hydrogen gas produced during the reaction burns quickly, start burning quickly. So on. And the calcium hydroxide, the next metal is calcium, which reacts with you can say the cold water and produce the calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Magnesium reacts with the hot water and produce magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. And magnesium, if we because in one case magnesium is reacting with hot water to produce magnesium hydroxide, but if magnesium reacts with steam, it produces magnesium oxide plus hydrogen. Aluminium, there are other metals like aluminium, zinc and iron, which don't react easily. They react with steam at high temperature and produce oxide. So this type, any question related to this you can ask here.